Hey everybody, it's Coin Snobz. I'm Keith,
And I'm Jason.
and we got another box of half dollars from a different bank, and this one is telling us it has 105 silvers in it.
Yeah.
So we're gonna do this one first,
Yeah. Maybe this will be the epic box. Who knows?
maybe. So I'll take it up, open it up, and take a look at the enders. See what we got.
Here's a shiny one.
Yeah, there's a few.
What's going on with that right there? It's all tall and stuff.
This one's halfway unwrapped.
Yeah. Okay. Interesting. Interesting. All right. We'll be right back. All right, guys. Here we go. One of the weirdest half-dollar boxes that we have ever opened. I mean, we've had Stranger, like a long time ago we had the ones where every single end coin was showing tails on both sides of the rolls, but this one's got us scratching our heads. But anyways, let's get into it. These top two here might be no FG, but we'll take a look at those under the scope. They look like there's no FG, but they kind of have a little bit left of the FG in certain parts, but I don't know. We'll take a look at it. It'll be easier to explain it under the scope. And then these two guys right here, these are just strike doubling, which of course isn't real doubling, but we like them because they're kind of different. They're kind of cool. And one single die crack, which is kind of weird. Usually we have a ton of those. Two coins with struck through grease. And then we've got some Nifsies. Got 2018 there. 2007. 2011. 2006. 1971 Mint State. Obviously not a Nifsy, but it's Mint State. It's got some fingerprints on it, but it's a decent coin. And a 2004. Yeah, 2004 Denver. Okay. Got a couple of clashed coins. Not super dramatic, but they're definitely clashed. Then we've got a whole bunch of proof coins. We got a 1979 proof right there, but here's the weird part. This is the part that we can't figure out. Okay, we've got all of these, which is cool. It's always awesome to find proof coins, even when they're that nasty like these are. But every single one of these, other than that 1979, are 1980. And what makes it even stranger is it looks like every single one of them has been intentionally damaged. Every one of them has scratches across the face. And on the reverse, the eagle, the shield, the wings, all that stuff. But it looks like they've like somebody took a screwdriver to them or something. I don't know. Really weird, but I mean, yeah, every single one of these is a 1980, except of course for that 1979 right there. But why?
Why? Why? Why? Why? Why?
Why oh why are they all 1980s, and why oh why have they all been damaged? I don't get it. Anyways, final overview and off to the scope. Alright, up first, got a 1978 Denver with a filled mint mark. Not that that's really any big deal. It seems like the late 1970s, most of the mint marks were kind of nasty looking and or the Ds were filled. But this is one of the first ones where we think is a no FG. It's not obvious at first, but there's a little bit of the G right there, like the very top of the G is showing. You can kind of see a ghost of the FG. I mean, it has to hit a certain light, which of course, as you guys know, is kind of hard in the scope, but you can kind of see it best probably right there. But you can definitely see the top of the G is showing just barely, so we're not sure if that would count as a no FG. Plus, it's kind of an odd year for there to be a no FG. But if you think about it, between filled dies and then polishing the dies and stuff like that, and the device is getting filled with grease and and blah blah blah. It's definitely possible to have no FGs, I think anyways, in pretty much every year, because it was such a small detail. But I don't know, what do you guys think? Next possible no FG, 1979 Philadelphia. Not a pretty coin. Exactly what you would expect to find in circulation for that kind of year. But this one pretty much the same thing. I mean, you can't see the top of the G showing like the last one, but let's see if I get good light there. You can kind of just see the ghost of the FG. I don't know. I would say it's a no FG. Keith agrees it's a no FG. But yeah, I mean, again, either way, we're going to keep it because it's 50 cents, not like it's taken up a whole bunch of space, so we shall see in the future. 1971 Denver. It's got all kinds of weird stuff going on around the rim there, like this right here looks like it almost might be struck through debris. Doesn't look like damage, but it could be. The whole rim is weird. I mean, the whole rim is kind of off-center. Strangely struck. There's what looks like a little bit of a die cut forming right there on the rim. Above the, well, I guess it would be to the left of the L, looking at the proper orientation. But we're keeping it mostly because this is definitely die crack going right here through the Y. Starting right about here, going all the way up through the Y. And then it looks like it barely connects to this rim. But all in all, it's not a bad coin. And of course, it's got a die crack, so we'll keep it. Not a great coin. But it's better than a lot of the 1971s that we find, that's for sure. Not bad. We'll throw that in with the die cracks. Alright, we'll show you the more interesting clashed die. Got a 1972 Denver. If you look here in front of Kennedy's forehead, right there, there's a little bit of the design from the reverse die showing. And then on the reverse itself, we got some of Kennedy's hair. Let's see. Okay, so between the L and the F, and between the F and the D, and kind of going all the way through here, that's actually the top of Kennedy's hair. And what causes this, of course, you guys probably know what a clash die is. We've talked about it before, you know, but if there are some people here that doesn't know what a clash die is, basically a blank planchet has failed to feed before the dies meet each other, and they clash each other. They leave a little bit of a design on each other. So, like, you can see some of the reverse design on the obverse and some of the obverse design on the reverse. And when the mint workers catch this, of course, they try to polish it out, which a lot of times we'll find polishing marks, scratches, which you can kind of see some a little bit here, going between the wing and the arrows. And there's a couple of polishing marks right there as well. And a lot of times you'll also find them struck through grease because, of course, they use that polishing compound on there. They don't always clean it completely off, and it'll leave a little bit behind. It's definitely an older die state as well. But you can also see a little bit of the design right here between these two rays. So definitely a clash die. We've never found a $50 that has a lot of clashing on it. Would be nice, but I think it's because the coin is so big, it's obvious that it's clashed. So it's usually caught rather quickly, and the dies are polished so that they show a little bit less of the damage. But yeah, we'll definitely add that one to the collection. And then comes the weird part. We'll show you the 1979 first, and obviously I'm not going to take you through every single one of those proof coins that we found, because we found quite a few, and they're not so pretty to look at, but this is the part that I really want to share with you guys. How heavily damaged these proof coins are. Now, of course, when somebody breaks these out of a proof set, it's normal after they circulate for a little while that they become damaged. It's just like every other coin. And it's more obvious on a proof coin because they are so highly polished and almost perfect when they're released from the mint that it kind of pops out at you. And this one even has some rim damage right there. But if you look at the highest parts of the devices, it looks literally like they were scratched to death. This one doesn't show as many deep gouges as the 1980s, but you can definitely see it looks like somebody ran it across some concrete or something. I mean, it's awful. You can still see a little bit of what used to be beautiful mirror-like field there. But look at the eagle. I mean, it's like somebody was just angry at these things. It's kind of heartbreaking to see this, to be honest. And I mean, again, it's only going to be worth 50 cents now because it's so heavily damaged, but we just can't do that. We can't put it back into circulation. I mean, it's still a proof coin. And then I'll show you guys an example of one of the 1980s. Look at that. That's a nightmare. I don't know what they used, but somebody purposely destroyed this coin and circulated the crap out of it. I mean, look at that. I don't know if it was a screwdriver or what, but that has to be purposely damaged. I don't know what would cause that kind of damage. I mean, we find proof coins in these things all the time circulating, and you'll see stuff, you know, like these fields right here. That's normal. That's just normal circulating damage. But this is crazy. Somebody was just mad at these coins and decided to circulate them. Or they were circulated to begin with, and somebody got mad that they were circulated, or I don't know. I have no idea what happened. But I mean, you can see a little bit of the coin's previous glory right there in the places where things couldn't quite reach those mirror fields. But yeah, I mean, it's heartbreaking to see stuff like this. And there's 10 of them? 10 1980s? And that, of course, is the weird part. Why are they all 1980? Except for that one 1979. And why is it a 79? And why do they all have similar damage where they've just been scratched to death? Like, that 1979 shows the least amount of damage. This shows what pretty much every 1980 looks like. I don't know. Weird, man. Real weird. But, anyways, guys, yeah, we're getting close to our 500 friends giveaway. Thanks to JB Coins Inc., who's really helped us out with getting our channel out there. Much love to them and that coin family, and all you guys out there that have helped us get there. As of this recording, we're sitting at 496, so that means that at this rate, definitely sometime next week, probably Monday, we'll be announcing another giveaway already, which is just absolutely super awesome and cool. But, yep, that's it for now, guys. God bless, love you all, and we will see you soon.